Hey guys, it's Beth. Today I'll be using this Printable, a little sign from Dollar Tree, and a placemat. I started by placing the sign from Dollar Tree over the placemat, and I kind of just traced out that center part of the sign, which kind of looks like a scroll. I made sure to cut a little bit too big so I could trim up any little bit I needed to. I didn't want to cut it too small. And then I made sure on one end of the sign that I left it up a little bit so it was a little bit larger than the scroll. Took white chalk paint by Waverly and painted the entire placemat. I know one side was already white, but I just like having both sides with the paint finish. I then took these long flat bamboo sticks I get from Amazon, held them up along the edges, which will be the top and the bottom for my project. Marked them off where the sign ends and cut them with some pruning shears. Used E6000 and hot glue to attach them. And then next I took this square dowel, and I get those from Amazon as well, and I marked off in between the two ends of the sign behind the bamboo stick, which will be the bottom of my project. Hot glued that dowel on the back and then painted the entire sign front and back with white chalk paint. And it did not want to stick to those ends of those signs, so I just wiped off the paint, gave them a quick sanding, and then painted them again. And the entire thing was covered with 2 coats. So this is what it will look like when it's completely painted. And then I took these 2 pedestal candlesticks from Hobby Lobby and painted those with the white chalk paint, just giving them 1 coat. And then I took 2 additional square dowels and painted those with white chalk paint as well, just 1 coat. And then I took Mod Podge and applied it to one side of the placemat. Did a nice generous layer and made sure it spread evenly. And then I took this printable I had made and I rotated it so it was landscape, and I printed it at the setting 8x10. Placed it on the Mod Podge and smoothed it out with my hands. Placed down some saran. Now, instead of using a placemat, you could always use a really thin piece of cardboard. Just needs to be something thicker than regular paper so it doesn't flop around when I put it inside my project. So after that layer was dry, I did an outer layer of Mod Podge covering that entire printable and placemat on the front, and used my heating tool to dry it completely. And after it was completely dry, I took my sign, and on the side that it does not have the dowel glued on the back, I pushed down the image with the placemat, and it can just slide in and out, and you can change it out for different seasons. And then I took the 2 dowels I painted, put them along the back, and just kind of held my candlesticks up to see how much I needed to cut off. And I want about 1 inch hanging down on the bottom of the sign. So after I trimmed those up, I added E6000 and hot glue along the back edge of the little hanger that's on the side of that sign, and did the same thing on the other end, just making sure it's flush with the top. Next, I add in some E6000 inside the candlesticks, as well as hot glue. Hot glue will hold it quick, and the E6000 will give it a stronger hold. Just wipe off any excess glue. That's it for this project. Thank you guys so much for watching.